Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last time we left off with a parking lot being developed to provide access to personal vehicles for the residents living in this area, and it's going to get quite excessive. Not all of them will have to take a car, but the more cars we provide, the more of them will drive into our industrial area over here. And this is basically the test bed for having a steel mill out in this area. Probably around here. That we can deliver workers to and resources via train. Sorry, resources via train. Workers probably by car and train, some people from Rovoduma and some people by car from Padonin. That's the goal. Hello Nas Escobar, happy Friday to you too. We are continuing our run as the rain falls down and see if we can make this parking lot a non-traffic nightmare. You have a question for me? Let's hear it. Maybe I can answer it. I think I'll do some gravel export. Alright, we have hopper cars in here. The loading is set to 0%, so it would... I guess we could export as much gravel as we want. Now gravel is... I'm still paying back a loan, but I think the loan is melting now. I don't think we have to worry about that anymore. So it might be time to invest into repaying our western-based loan. And I guess what better way to do that than to send them some gravel. This is going to take ages with just gravel, but we'll see. So now we have gravel scheduled to be exported, and I guess I should probably set it up in a way where it only loads resources if we have a certain amount in the storage. The general goods office is also still assigned, but they... oh, I guess they also have hopper cars. Oh, okay, my water setup. So my new water setup for this area, I guess I'll wait until it's bright because it's a bit hard to see. I also struggle to see right now because the sun is shining in my room. Let me mess with the trains until it gets bright again. So we are not selling anything here. Cargo train station. Gravel train station for loading, but no usage. So I guess maybe you should handle the exports, general goods, and you will not send anything to the customs house. You can send resources, coal and gravel here, and the general goods will deal with the exports. So we will assign you to the customs house, and then only 50% gravel will trigger an export. I have a water well that feeds the treatment center, but I don't seem to get pressure to the storage tanks, if that makes sense. We have to work with the pumps that exist in the game. So this is my basic water setup, which is intended for way more people than we have right now. I like using water towers because I can click and check how the system is doing. So we have a lot on the input for the water purification and a lot of clean water for the town. And it works like this. So the water well just pumps the water out of the ground, and then it has to be pumped either into the building directly or somewhere. You basically need to generate pressure in that pipe. So I pump it into a water tower, and the water tower then has pressure because the water is higher than the building where it goes to. So we do have water pressure on the input of 3.7 bar. And the pump itself is pumping it into the water tower at 5.3 bar. So we have a continuous flow like that. If we wouldn't pump it out, then it would maybe slowly trickle into the building, because I don't think this doesn't generate much pressure. From the water treatment plant resets the pressure of the pipe going through it. So on the output pipe we have 6 bar, because I am running it through another pump, and that is pumping it into this water tower. And from this water tower I don't have any pumps anymore, I just run it through the whole network. Because my whole town is not higher elevation than the water tower, so it can just run through everywhere. We only have water switches and water substations, and the pressure to get to them is fine. Oh, you can't get to the export location. That is true. I guess we won't export gravel for now. Go back to the workplace. And the other distribution office shall also not export any. To the customs house. The customs house is not even assigned. Sorry, that is not the export. That is the export. Unloading of gravel is not assigned, so nothing should have been sent. Oh, that's the eastern customs house. Yeah, we can export to that, but not to Hellas. We will prevent that. And we will send the other train back as well. So now it's running into issues where it doesn't know where to go. And I don't know how to fix that because, well, it would require me to set up all the signals, correct them all the way. I don't know how to get a construction train to fix that, so the only way to fix that is, I guess, to sell the train. That is annoying. Oh, I guess I can send it to the depot and then it might find a route. There's no real way to loop around, and they don't behave like the construction trains. Yeah, guess we'll sell you. My bad. So yeah, water works in the way of you need to generate pressure. Sewage works, it only flows downhill. And the pumps in the sewage network only change the elevation, there's no pressure in the sewage network. I still have the hopper cars in here, but I guess I sold all of them in here now. Which is fine. I guess we won't deal with gravel anymore then. We'll just remove the gravel from all of this and just let it do its general goods stuff. Didn't really want to sell that train or the cars, but it's fine. I don't know why I just decided to buy 4 of the more modern trains, but I felt like it. Get the speed of the network up a bit. Yeah, for sewage I recommend the overlay that shows you the elevation. So in my case I didn't pay attention when I built this. But if you check the tool for measurement, you can see that this is 3 meters, this is 17 meters. So the way I have it set up is that sewage goes here. And I need to pick up sewage from this area and this area to put it in there. So what I did, I had all of these buildings flow down into the center here. And then I pumped it up to the gravel processing, collected everything here and sent it out to be disposed. So you see the large white sewage pipes, they're all flowing downhill into this center area. From here also, I have options for more connections if I need them. And then the pipe goes all the way down here, downhill, into the mountain. And there is a sewage pump here. It might have been a little bit too large, maybe I didn't need it that deep, but I was lazy. And then it connects to this one, and that flows into the lake, and also connects to the other areas here. There's another sewage pump here, because this one was also slightly lower than where it wanted to go. Could have connected it to the sewage outflow directly, but I like keeping things centralized. Might be time to try and build this site. Get it assigned. Take the get citizens box. No, we'll let it fill naturally. Yeah, it doesn't generate pressure for sewage. Only water gets pressure. Sewage is just for elevation. That is the difference with the two networks. And that's why there's no towers to generate pressure for sewage. And no storages. They only flow downhill and they're gone. You're welcome. Hope it helps. We are lacking asphalt here. The asphalt plant is currently without workers. Oh, we did assign those to go to the tram stop because we were having issues of not enough sellers. So let's see what happens if we now unassign these tasks and let them drive cars again, because they haven't been driving cars for a while. It looks like if we assign them to the tram stop, they will not pick up any cars. And they presumably all get picked up by trams, so... They're going to these construction sites, but they're all set to 5 workers max, which is fine. And some of them will hopefully take some cars to go to some workplaces. Still a few workers going to the tram stop. Hopefully that's enough. We have to keep monitoring that. If unhappiness grows, then we will have to... We'll have to send them back to the tram stop. I guess I will get workers here. Fill that building up as much as possible, so we have an oversupply of workers in the area. More workers than we have cars, basically. And yeah, the separation of the roads here between concrete and asphalt should give both of the areas enough parking on the road to refill for the materials that they need. Okay, you are traveling, you are not. You are obsolete. You are heading back, so we'll wait until you get back with the train cars and then you're also obsolete. Train car, I guess. We have a lot of gravel in here now, which I don't know if we can sell that. Let's see. Customs house. Probably need to assign it. It's already assigned. Customs house. Where is it? There. Unload gravel. Empty those hopper cars. Yeah, I didn't get the subscribe button because that would involve me having to set up a company, because then I would also have to run advertisements and all of that, and I don't feel like doing that. I can't stream reliably, so I try to stream a lot, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. And yeah, the subscribe key, getting an affiliate and being subscribable is kind of nice because you can build more of a community, but it also comes with the whole stuff of like having advertisements being run on your account, and in Germany itself you also need to register yourself as a company, basically a sort of company, and you have to file taxes and all that, and I didn't want to do any of that, so I just left myself as a free account. Which is fine. Okay, hopper cars are empty. And I think the gravel export might be happening rather often, because we are going to produce a ton of that. More than a ton even. Our gravel processing facilities should be very efficient. They run out of gravel a little bit, but only for a short time. Even without conveyors, the trucks are doing their thing. Sometimes they have to go refuel. It looks like it is running okay. I don't know that I'd want to deal with any kind of that admin stuff myself. Yeah, it's probably something that I would do if I had if I was trying to use it, if I was trying to do that as my job, I guess. But I feel like it could also be kind of bad, so I haven't considered it yet. I was considering it, but when I looked at things and it said it would cause advertisements and I would have to register, then I just said no, I don't feel like doing that. I just want to stream to run games, and that's it basically. Could always change. I don't know. The roads for the construction offices have been upgraded. Our hull trucks are now present here. We still need to assign electronic and mechanical components. Our dump trucks are here. And our concrete mixers are here, and we might at some point buy more of them, but right now it's not needed. And now we're getting electronics again for the remaining parking lots that need to be constructed, because we hadn't assigned those tasks. I am tempted to upgrade all of these roads to roads with lights. road is behaving strangely here. This road has all been upgraded. We still have that dirt road, which I guess we can hook up like this now. So they still have access to this area in case I set up more construction tasks, like hooking up these connections. I want an easier way of getting vehicles into the parking lots, but unfortunately you can't automatically purchase vehicles. I could buy a bunch of them on the customs house and then send them here by train, but I still have to buy them manually, one per click. I might have to get rid of our additional buses in Rovodima again once we have repaid all of our loans. I think the buses are not acceptable anymore. Maybe I should set up one of the train to go to... Maybe I should set up one of them to go to the Western Customs House. But then I could be short on oil import, because I couldn't import any oil there. Or I get a third train to only go and export there. Would be expensive, and it could create additional traffic in this area. Don't really have a waiting segment. I could have a waiting platform here that then crosses over. Then have a looping area here for trains that need to turn around. So kind of a rail yard kind of thing. Let's say 345 meters for 2 trains. That would then enter through here. Maybe a bit too close. Let's see. Vote here. They all need to merge into one line and then merge out into multiple lines again. So we could have multiple waiting platforms here for oil. Too short of a turn, it says. I'll think about that when we get to it. I think it's still an option. I just want the train yard to be in parallel here. Yeah, I think I need the train lines set up like this instead. And then we have the... I guess I will set it up now. The trains can merge into either of these loading stations. Come on. That would be too short. Also, it doesn't hook up to the rail that I was building. Game. It is the shortest corner we can have, it looks like. I just wish we need to build it like this. These turns always look disgusting. Oh right, I remember. I need to hook the last turn up first. I guess we'll make 3 lanes for now. I don't remember how I built that. Why is it so hard? I need to, maybe I'll remember. Just a simple train waiting yard, multiple parallel tracks. Oh well. Lots of happiness issues that I clicked away. Hopefully they were all from the village. Seems to be fine here. Asphalt and concrete plant are supplied with workforce. I'm getting annoyed that this message is happening. Why are the meat trucks that slow? Do I really need to set up a dedicated truck? I guess I need to set up a dedicated truck. We'll sell you. Will we? Free vehicle depot, please. We'll get 3 refrigerated trucks dealing with that instead of the distribution office. First one going from the freezer to here. There's 2 unloading platforms. One of them is one that we will block, I guess. Fully unload. Second one is gonna go to the prison, which also should have 2 unloading platforms right here. That will increase the storage of meat in those buildings considerably, since the truck has a lot of capacity. And the last one is for Robodima itself. Going from the freezer. You dumb, stupid firefighting idiots. Are you kidding me? What the hell is going on with my... Deliver stuff here. Well, that's chemicals and all of that, so... Apparently there wasn't too many materials in there anymore, but... we now have to run on our backup. Which is... I guess I should rename that. So our emergency storage now has loading enabled, which is going to act as a food supply. You are just... you're gone, like I don't want to see you anymore. Get lost. I'm very annoyed about our firefighting efforts. I don't know. The warehouses seem to not behave properly with like how they are dealing with how they are fighting fires if a warehouse is on fire. Burns longer, it just seems kind of weird. We'll get some more firefighting vehicles in this fire station. And if another one burns down, then I guess we'll build a fire station down here. Which will be in walking distance of the oil refinery parking lots, I guess. Oh my god, so much money. Can't really pay back that yet, but that one we can. And that one. Yeah, I guess I should get rid of the buses. They have done their job. We do know that we have the ability to make a lot of money. This bus will still continue running. We are allowed a single bus, of course. It was just the plural was not acceptable. So now we get a lot less workers in the oil refinery and a lot more traffic again on the road. So we might have to plan out a better parking lot situation for this area. Since I think the oil refinery was what was saving us. And I just interrupted that before all the loans got paid back. So let's see. Last year, lots of bitumen, lots of fuel. This will get reduced with the amount of workers in here going down. The other option would be having a passenger train going from this platform into the oil refinery, so we have a passenger stop in this area. Well, the warehouse got built again. I don't need to assign anything since the trains are assigned to this stop, and they should automatically start resupplying it as the building comes online again. Which I guess is a benefit of having the train station instead of sending the trains directly to the warehouse. If it remembered the checkboxes. So, oil refinery cargo station, it does have unloading for food, so there should be trains coming here with food and alcohol and chemicals. I assumed all of the chemicals have burned down and we're out of money. Well, we are going to take out a loan. Our interest rate is really low. Let's see how it goes. We do have to restock our supplies. So the correct thing to do would be probably a train station. And the proper thing to do in regards to the run is probably build more parking lots and try to make it work that way. Removing the parking lots would decrease the efficiency of the oil refinery for a while. It's going up. Feels like it's going slower. The amount of people is not that low yet. We were like at 200, now it's 140 again. I think this area might be prime material for reworking. I don't know. Maybe I should get the asphalt and concrete plant removed. And get this area cleared up for a parking lot area. Or maybe I should just build a second oil refinery with everything properly designed. It doesn't really need much, it just needs a pipe for the oil. But we're mostly using imported oil anyway. So not even that is needed. We continue using our own oil supply for whatever we have in this refinery for domestic fuel supply, but our export oil refinery could be somewhere else. And if it is within parking lot range, then we could have cars drive up there as well. So food supply should not be interrupted. Even though the warehouse burned down, and if it happens again... Oh, what I should do is tell the emergency storage to not be able to load anything anymore. Keep that one filled, and available. And that's why we had two storages, I guess. A little bit of redundancy hasn't hurt anyone, except the people that have to maintain it. Tunnel construction is ongoing. Building construction is ongoing. We are lacking steel. Steel has not been assigned, so let's fix that issue. It's not a bad bit of money for gravel, 40,000. We're making a lot of it. I guess I would need a lot more trains handling that. I could have one dedicated train always running exports. But I think I'll just fill this one up with a few more cars, maybe? I'll wait. I'll wait until we repay our loan. Once the loan is repaid, I'll switch oil exports to the western border. Maybe one at least, maybe two trains, both of them. And then we'll work on the chunky western loan. Okay, that's the worker number I was expecting, less than 100. We'll have to relocate those construction offices. I think that's something that we can consider right now. And we might be able to do that in combination with setting up a storage for them, so the resources can get stored right next to the construction offices. I don't have to be in the town area technically. I could have them over here. Would that area make a good site for traffic? They come in here, get routed down, and then basically reroute it back on the same road or on the opposite lane. With a tunnel through here coming out. Well, first up, that gas station has been obsolete for a while. Gotta be careful not to delete any tunnels that... Okay, we're out of food. Why are we out of food? Food is here. Oh, yeah, because the building burned down, the assignment got lost. That is true. That is, of course, a thing. We'll have food again tomorrow, just give me a minute. So the assignment for the train didn't get lost, but the assignment for the distribution office did. Alright, food is now available. Only a minor crisis. A lot of people go back to get some food, as our supplies go down, as you expect. Okay. Crisis averted. What's the crisis here? Oh, a new building with a lot of religious people that moved in. Unhappy about the conditions, as in no church. So now we should have a lot of people waiting here. We probably have to move all of the passengers out of here, because them waiting in this area is... I guess we are loading all of the passengers. We might need more trams. We will get more trams. We'll buy, I think, 2 more? Maybe 4? Let's go for 4. What's the worst that can happen? Except running out of money. You're supposed to run 4 times, so this time no returning back to the vehicle depot until you've run 3 times, and then you'll wait inside the customs house before we give you the task for the last job. Yeah, that's maybe a bit too many for our tram network right now. I could potentially combine them into longer trams. I would need a train depot for that. I'll just increase the amount for trams running right now. And we'll probably set up a train depot in the area where we will be able to make adjustments to the tram network. Now I just need to remember where that connection piece was. There it is. Where to build you? There's potentially going to be residential housing here, so I guess maybe in this area. Or over here. Over here, I guess. That's not gonna work. That's too close. Yeah, like that is probably okay. So this is only really intended for modifying the trams. Nothing else. We'll get that hooked up. And to construct the rails, we need a rail line, which is the most annoying bit, so I guess this won't work. Oh right, there was more annoying stuff to be had, of course. Oh, what the hell? No, don't do this to me. I did not remove anything with the electric network here. Thank you. Get lost. Shop out of goods again. What are you talking about? Electronics. Right, the distribution office carrying electronics over here has lost its connection also. Okay, we'll pick up some electronics and fix that. The rest is here, okay. So I guess we'll have the tram depot on the regular rail network and just hook up the tram to the regular rail network, maybe through here. was the connection again? I had it. No. There it is. Don't need to bring anything here. That should allow access for trams in either direction. And then we have the rail depot somewhere after the switch, maybe here. Could have it out there, I guess, for also... Nah, I'll leave it here. I want it to be connected to both sides, though. Doesn't need to be hooked up here. Okay, we'll get that hooked up for rail construction. Allow some workers back in here. And now get the building hooked up to the road, I guess. Then we need to electrify the railroad connection here as well. From this area to this area, which will interrupt passenger transportation for a bit. Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Slowly start adding the trams to the network. And yes, I think I will make longer trams. Have 2 cars per tram. So we had 6, so I guess I need 6 more. And we only bought 4, so I'll buy 2 more. And then we can make 6 double long trams. Now we have way more cars out in the open using the road. And we still have to build something. We still have to build the gas station in this area with the runaround loop for the industry. Happiness low is a concern. You still have to get over your religious sympathy. You'll get there. Yeah, it'll probably be a nice thing to have this, to modify our tram network for a little bit more density rather than consistency. Like we will have the same amount of trams on the network, just not as many running in sequence, but I guess it is kind of parallel. I have the option to buy way more cars if I want to, but right now we have enough workers in all of the facilities that I need. I would need more trains to run exports here if I wanted to do that. I only have 3. And it looks like we probably don't have enough wagons. 660 tons per train load. Sounds like that might be 11 hopper cars, 60 each. So we have 1 extra, 1 spare, so we need 21 more hopper cars. Though I think adding 10 more is probably going to be sufficient. I'll move one of the trains to the train depot and schedule a purchase of 10 more hopper cars. Load anything, bring it to the correct customs house, and then go back to the train depot and we'll send you back to the distribution office. And then we should have enough hopper cars to maybe do more export of gravel. I had the game paused. Passenger deliveries will be interrupted for a moment. And resource deliveries. Yeah, you'll all have to walk back home, I'm sorry. The train is out of order while we upgrade this area. Thankfully we have enough storage to last us through that. And it is not a problem for us. Just for the people on the train not getting to the job. Because there was an unexpected traffic jam. Right, this has been built. Walking distance right now is 350 meters, so we couldn't fit a lot more parking lots here. Roads are inaccessible or not assigned. No construction officers path to that construction. Oh, that road doesn't hook up. Sneaky. Now it does. There we go. A car production line and a car seller could make the distribution of vehicles a lot more convenient. Let's add more workers to the rail construction office so this whole thing goes quicker, especially since we don't have that many workers arriving in the oil refinery anymore. Means that we also have less workers going to the rail distribution office. It's only a percentage of whatever we set, not a full complement. We'll determine this area as the construction office site, I think. So I think the most important thing to set up is the storage units first. We need a storage for our construction resources, and we need a storage for gravel. And the aggregate unloading facility is always enormous. I guess we don't need gravel, since we already have that. We only need a storage for construction materials. They have to drive into this loading facility to pick up gravel. It's already on site. I will not relocate that. That is fine. Shortest corner first. I'll make it a longer turn. No space saving needed in this area, it's fine. Resource deliveries can come from either side. Will allow transportation of whatever material from whichever direction into this area, and all we need is a warehouse and three open storages. Let's see if we can get the factory connection, even though it showed that it wouldn't work. We can. And small open storages should be enough for our demand. Another thing that I will probably add in this area is a fire station. Because I don't trust it anymore. I wonder if we could have a fire station with some parking lots in the area. Also we need electricity, but that's for later. This road is already upgraded. So all we need to do is hook it up. That should be the road network and the rail network dealt with. Construction offices would probably get a dedicated road access to the area. Maybe this one would make sense. So we'll shift that intersection around to here. And that way we can go into this area also with the construction offices, and I guess we'll set up 6 of them. Even though I only have 5 here, I probably need another one at some point. And there can be more than one, more than those, I guess. We'll also probably give them a gas station in the area for vehicles to refuel. And that should be everything, I think, unless I'm forgetting something. Set up that amount of construction offices for now. Leave that road piece, I guess. Hook the road up. Electric substation to handle everything. I guess we don't need any electricity in these construction offices. The only electricity we need is down here. And the gas station, so let's place the gas station. The other gas station is all the way over there, that is too far. Then we'll see if I forgot anything once this whole area comes online. Gotta draw a really far transformer. Or I just use this one. That one is for this area. Shouldn't use that much electricity. Yeah, that's just for fuel pumps. So we have a red wire, so maximum capacity into, I think that's a blue one. Or is it a green one? That's a green one. And the lowest capacity. I'll use a... I'll hook up the last connection with a blue wire, and then we might be able to get more stuff here if we need it. We'll follow the grid a little bit, and we'll also go underground. Like so. That should be electricity. And hopefully that gets this area hooked up. Then we'll be able to relocate all of these construction offices out of here and start try to make this into a nice parking lot area. With maybe this road also relocated. Would need to shift the engine, the conveyor transfer around if I wanted to do that. Let's check our construction trains. Traffic jam. Traffic jam. We're out of fuel. Can't reach over there, huh? So a singular car over here. I guess we'll open the gas station here for now. So these ones stop having issues until we get a proper gas station set up. Train waiting too long. You're still waiting, and you're stuck now. Yeah, that's true. That is true, I haven't considered that. You should not get stuck. You should be able to ignore red. Oh, there's a train on that section. It shouldn't be there. That explains why the other train couldn't leave. Let's get these signals in place. I'm causing a few traffic issues here. And make sure that the construction is still assigned. You can ignore red again, but I think those signals were missing. Plus, over here, we also need signals. Get the mixed signals in this area and remove those. You can ignore red for now. We also need signals for these after they have finished construction. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then some signals over here also. That interrupted the construction task. Again. Oh, you can't get here anymore. Well, I guess I have to remove that signal then. So the train can turn around back here somewhere. Go in here and turn around to construct that. So that signal maybe has been a bit premature. Now they can build it again. Trains can only exit this way and they come in this way. And presumably there's a switch inside the building to shift the trains around between different train tracks. Okay. That should keep it going. Traffic's not all that bad yet. Since we separated the input from the output on the parking lots, things are going pretty well. First tunnel got constructed. Second one is also not that far off. And the exit also just needs a few workers. I could hook up the road through here and put down signals to disallow traffic through them, but I think this area would be too short to put in a traffic sign, so I'll not do that. Speaking of which, that road segment can be removed. Are the trains stuck over here now? Yes. Haven't put any signals here at all, so they'll just have to build it. Should have put down signals, but I can just let the other train in, I guess. Or let the other train get home, I guess. We have a train stuck. Construction train. Now it's going to be able to get home. Guess it didn't need the signal. It lied to me. Finished all the rail line. And that is for incoming trains. I think the last tram delivery is... Oh no, you are still running, okay. Haven't picked it up yet. But there's one... Oh no, there's 3 more trams actually, since I bought 2 more. So the truck will have to run a little bit longer. Export of resources. This year, gravel anywhere. Last year, 960 tons for 62,000, 63,000. This year, apparently nothing. Well, we might have a few rail-related traffic jams. Looks like that section got built, so... I would like to have signals in all of this, but then it's probably going to create issues again. We'll make this 2 double chain signals. So this block is kept free when there are construction trains around and they can drive back through here to get out of this area. There was a shop out of goods and I clicked it away. It is you with meat. I guess the refrigerated truck is refueling or something. Wait, what? You must have just gotten here. Okay. You're doing fine. vehicle ran out of fuel. The train ran out of fuel. How did that happen? I don't understand. Does a train use fuel just sitting idle in an area? Weird. I guess we'll make a refueling station in this area for trains. But not right now. It'll be built sideways probably. I won't make a long refueling station along the train track again. I'll just make a siding and have the refueling station next to the road or something. I guess I'll build it right now. It's fine. So, diesel train station. We'll have it here, so it is closer in range to any refueling, any firefighting, I mean. And then the train will just come off the main line into this area. The shortest corner would be that one, so that's the one we need to pay attention to. If I try to draw anything else, this could be the bottleneck. That's the wrong rail line that I hooked it up to. No, that one is fine. That is the exit. So that one needs to also head to here. Put up some signals before the construction starts. That one has no access, so we'll turn that one into a double-sided chain signal so the train can drive here and back into it. And that should get this rail line constructed. And for refueling this building we need electricity and fuel. Fuel we can supply from the tank. We don't have anything connected to it yet, so we will need a pump because this is presumably too long. And I also need to be above ground, so how far can I go? Let me actually measure how far these pipes can go. I think it was, I don't remember. 340-ish meters, it says. So we have a pump here. It's too close to the road. That does not look right. Even the corner looks wonky. Need to be a little bit further away, I guess. Okay, that will supply fuel. And the rest should be possible with an underground pipe. Let's see. That should our fuel station set up here. If anyone runs out of fuel again. I mean, it might also affect trains going to the customs house. It shouldn't really, because they get refueled before they get here, but you never know. Train is waiting too long again. I really need to set up these signals so train traffic can keep going. That means I guess I don't need to reassign any construction task in here, because the rail construction office should be in range to do all of that. So in regards to firefighting, I guess we do have a fire station here already, with 2 helicopters. And it does have a heating connection, so we could get fire trucks in that one as well. I guess we'll buy 2 fire trucks. And the people working here are just arriving via parking lots, so we don't need to do anything. You're stuck, you're stuck. Go. Okay, those tasks are assigned, so we'll wait for that. Have the fuel station here. That should be good enough. That tunnel is almost completely done. That one is going to take a little bit longer. So they're getting there. That will make all of these parking lots accessible. A lot of cars are on the road, as they should be. This gas station is way overworked. That's definitely something I need to change. But I'm not completely sure about this area yet. I think it is going to be the loop on the outside. Let's see. There is a footpath in the way for the sewage discharge. Probably going to bridge both these rail lines. For now I'm just gonna draw a road here, which is going to turn into a bridge at some point. Then this road hooks up into here. And that one will hook up into over here. So we have this road extending out in that direction with the gas station, bridging over our rail track and hooking up in this area. And if I were to drop a free parking lot here, the distance to the parking lot can only be measured as if I hook up this to the road, but we can do that. It is 1.7 kilometers, so we have, let's say we have 500 meters to get to the extra parking lots. It's like lowballing it. Should be doable. Should be doable. If we get off-ramps here to hook up into the parking lot areas. Doesn't need to be anything specific. Once they get here, they can drive back through the regular roads, I guess. The traffic in the gravel processing area is not really the main concern. What is the main concern is the steel mill or any other larger facility that could be constructed in this area. The loop is maybe a little bit large. Could tighten it. But that's the general concept, have a traffic loop here. That would also hook up to the steel mill, which is, by the looks of it, not going to be here if we are going to have traffic issues. Like traffic range issues. Otherwise I have to get them from here onto the road. We're already at 2.3 kilometers that way and we've only reached until here. I would need to give them a tunnel to cut across here. And have the steel mill somewhere in this area. That might be doable. And then have the train stop for passengers. Maybe we can reuse the existing train stop, having in walking distance to that one. Here. Though that one seems a little bit far away. Yeah, that's not doable. We'll need a dedicated train stop. So cars from Padonin and trains from Rovoduma would then be able to supply workers to the steel mill. And we'll have to hook up the resources somehow. Okay, that train is gone. So is that one. Okay, I'll just assume that everything is village village issues again. And I'll just ignore those. Yeah, workers are assigned, but I guess the workers are busy with a lot of things right now. Mainly tunnel construction. That tunnel is done, so we only need the exit now. Shame we can't use the people that live in that area directly. Money's still holding itself okay-ish. Definitely not as much money as before. We have to wait for the new construction office area to get done so we can increase the volume of people arriving inside the oil refinery. And I might squeeze a rail station here somewhere. That is a very likely thing. I could also try and just do a subway station directly to the oil refinery, since we haven't built any of those yet. A metro station. That one we could hook up to our footpath, underground footpath network somehow. Removed one of these football fields, we could fit a subway station there. Have it right next to the train station. Then we'll hook it up to the oil refinery, and from the oil refinery onto the rail network so it can get built. And then we somehow need to bring metro trains here. I wonder if you can pull metro trains over the train track with a diesel locomotive, because then you could just deliver it that way. That's maybe something we can try. What's your problem? You are stuck. You're all stuck. Why are you stuck? They're trying to turn around, I guess. Why is this platform red? I don't understand. It's not really a good place to turn around, I guess. These ones need to be upgraded to mixed signals. Now it should work. Now this is not a single block anymore. That was a mistake from my side. Okay. Back to metro stations, I guess. So in this area we could have the exit of the metro station just anywhere and just build a footpath. Or we could use the one that does come with an exit. It does not like the underground pipes, which makes sense. So we could have the exit for the metro station right here. I mean, we can plop it down and see what happens. Don't do the road connection yet. Just planning. Over here, I think it would be the metro station without entrance. And we'll hook it up to a footpath. you can get built here. Okay, sure. I will need road access though, so that would create a few issues. Could build it here. Wow. That thing fits anywhere really. Let's build it here. Not sure if it can reach these residential buildings that way. What about here? Something's underneath. I guess it doesn't like the bridge. It would destroy the structural integrity of the bridge going overneath. Oh, across. On top, I mean. There's pipes and everything underneath, also blocking construction. Yeah, trying to get a subway here at a later time does have its issues. But if you plan one out with a subway in mind, then... Or if you know that you are going to build a subway at some point, you'll probably just place them down in advance and leave them there. They can be underneath residential structures without problem. I think this is maybe our best bet. There's pipe running through here, being in the way. What's the range of the bus platform? All these buildings except some of them. Shopping center reaches everything. So if the metro station were next to the shopping center, I don't see a place to fit it here. Yeah, there's a footpath here, but and the road connection would also be a problem. It would fit here. Also, like here, no road connection though. I guess we'll have it here. We'll plop it down. And we'll see if we can make it work with the footpathing somehow. This is going to disrupt people going to the platform for a bit. So that works. Now can we get a connection between the two subway stations? Seems like the answer is yes. Alright, let's draw it from here, since that is the tighter corner. And then we need an end station here, is what I gathered from the tutorial. So it's easier for them to turn around. We still have that dirt road. Get rid of that dirt road. Maybe we can fit a metro station here. Almost accidentally deleting those tunnels. Why can't I remove you? Oh, you're stuck now because this is a one-way road. Oh, right. So it was a necessity. Oops. Well, I'm sure we can fit that in here again. Sorry. I can't believe we made that a permanent thing. Metro end station. Out here then, I guess. Alright, there's a tunnel in the way. And then maybe end station over here? Oh man, that end station fits like anywhere. That could work, but probably not. The tunnel is in the way. If that works, I just have to relocate some footpaths. Perfect. So to get the road connection, I think I have to relocate some of these footpaths. Get rid of the whole idea of them walking across a bridge. No tunnel here. Let's see. This is only needed for access. I think we'll remove the whole footpath and just replace it with a road here. Need to leave some room, otherwise we can't hook a footpath up. So we'll try that. Okay, that leaves a metro end station on that side, plus the access to the rail line, I think. So we are going to go ahead with that. Hooking this up for construction. The end station has been hooked up. And the metro station also. Yeah, the metro station in here also. I like the idea of an above-ground metro station in this area. next to the rail line where everything comes in. But fitting that here is annoying. So an underground one is probably the more convenient thing to do. Hook that up. Sure, direct connection. And now we need to get construction trains in here. Do they go through the end station to build that? I don't actually remember. I guess we need to get it above ground anyway. Otherwise we can't really have intersections, can we? Or are there metro tunnel intersections? No, there's nothing here. That is weird, okay. So I guess we have an above ground metro station. Metro end station. Storage on fire, sure. That's where something burned down previously. Ah, these construction trains. Why are you stuck now? So you're stuck, you're stuck. Ignore red and leave. That's these intermediate signals again, causing issues. We'll get rid of them. They don't work the way I want them to. Because the trains don't behave the way I think they do. Fuel station is set up. Pipe is being built. That will take care of the refueling issues. So, metro station wise, now the traffic issues are back. Also, we're running out of money again. Well, I guess the metro station might be a bit expensive. They haven't even started it yet. It's not that expensive, actually. No, they are not that expensive. Oh, game crash. I hope it happened after all the planning got done and saved. Let's take a look. Last autosave 1 minute ago. Okay, that's what we saw before it crashed. I went over here and told one train to ignore a red signal. You're stuck because that needs to be a double signal. We'll make that one double as well. Oh, you ignore it, please. Okay, you know what? We'll remove that signal, so you can drive all the way back and then exit correctly. You still don't want to do that? Then I'll just send you home. Sending a train with 2 train cars to export gravel. Ridiculous. Hello, CEO Wheel. Yes, I hope it's not a repeated crash. I haven't had repeat crashes in a while. Like those that happened earlier, where we basically stopped playing the agrarian archipelagos. So thankfully that is not the case right now. But who knows, maybe the metro stations do have something that can add to that. So I guess I need an end station. I do need an end station above ground. I don't think the trains can build... Wait. The construction trains might be able to go through these buildings, otherwise how would you ever build those underground anyway? So I guess we should probably be able to use end stations underground, and they will presumably build through those. You couldn't access these underground tunnels any other way otherwise. So we'll try again with the underground end station. Yeah, that should probably work. Now that I think about it. So that is probably okay. And if it isn't, then I don't know, I might have to redo the tutorial. The tutorial did quick building, but also taught you how to construct it. I assume they are also built by the Rail Construction Office. So what we need here is a train depot to deliver the trains to. And from that depot we need a connection to the end station. And also it needs to be electrified. And then I would be interested in, can we carry the metro trains to that depot via diesel trains? So here we need metro tracks. Metro tunnel coming above ground. Let's see. What do you mean crossing not allowed? Disable snapping. Try from here, I guess. It doesn't like building that rail track over the other one. Tunnel is above terrain at some point. Oh, you need to go here first and then... Oh, I guess maybe because it's right underneath that pipe might have an issue. I don't know. Okay, does not like that. Okay then. So confused. How am I going to do the connection here? These construction trains should be able to go on the tram network. So I guess we could just have... not tram network, metro network. But the deliveries here need to be made by regular trains if I want to try and move trams via diesel locomotives into here. This needs a normal rail connection. Let's remove that. Metro rails can directly connect to normal rails, but no train can run on metro rails except construction trains, from what I've understood. Yes, the tunnel should be above terrain. I want it to be above terrain. That's what I want. Can't draw a tunnel directly from a building. Not sure why it was having problems with that, but I guess it's fine. They feel kind of fiddly. Also, that's way too long. I want to go above ground. Okay, that works. And then here I need the metro rail connecting the depot. And then the construction trains also need to get to that rail line. So I need to hook off that rail track into here. And I guess it doesn't really matter if it's regular train track or metro track. so I'll use regular ones. It's definitely not what I wanted, but that was probably a very interesting sculpture. Okay. What the... Okay, so I guess you can't run an intersection of them, but you can switch them while they are running, so we need to switch to metro line here. And go back to regular rail track. Put in some signals. We'll build that, and we'll also build the depot. Which can't cross over metro rail lines. I guess that's fine. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, so we have to build the rail line around that one. That should not be a problem. Those are signals. We should keep that shorter, because that track is a little bit more expensive, because it has Wait, you allow... Oh, I guess it can connect into these, but it can't cross them. Let me save the game real quick. I feel like this might create a crash. Because usually the train track is not allowed to connect into these. But since I made a snapping point here, it works. Interesting. No crash. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. So, can I upgrade these tracks? Yes, I can. Okay. Well, in that case, we will place this and do the last segment up until here as metro track, and the remainder will be regular track. And that should get this area set up. Will be interesting if we can deliver metro trains with the diesel locomotives. I'm interested to see if that actually works. Then we can pull all of the cars for the metro system into this depot, and don't need any electrification all the way until here. How did you... Wait, what? Gas station is out of fuel. Again. Where are the tanker cars? You're transporting fuel? Are you assigned to the diesel station? Yes, you are. Keep it at 30%. I guess we don't have enough fluid transportation capabilities right now, so we'll have to rely on some trucks again. Keep that running. Also, we're out of money. The shop is out of goods. Electronics. There are some electronics here. We are missing plastic. Plastic is here. We're missing chemicals. Chemicals are here, so why are we not getting chemicals? Because we need to load chemicals from here. We'll bring you electronics soon. Hopefully. Pickup of electronics can happen if there's 25%. I think I set it to 30%. So that one should be 25. I guess we'll call a truck right now and then set it to 25. Which would be about 6 tons. Yeah, I'm interested to see if that actually is going to work. Let me take out another loan. Penalty payments are not that great. Looks like we're not... Well, we have started a bunch of constructions right now. We can always revert back to pumping up our oil refinery, although I would prefer doing that with the metro station. Moving a lot more people into this area with a convenient connection underneath the town. Yeah, we'll not have any electronics for a bit. They should be on their way, I think. Yeah, they're on their way now. Fuel station is ready. Just need to hook up the rail connections. I'll get rid of this little piece here so it doesn't show up as a to be constructed sign anymore. That one is not assigned. Come on. There we go. Set up construction tasks over here. And that one will need a change in signal, so it actually allows a train to drive through here. And then we can have trains leave that one in that direction as well. The trams are here. Once we have the rail line connected and upgraded this segment of the track to electricity, we can move them into the depot and connect them together. We can also see if we can deliver trams with a diesel locomotive to this. I don't think it will be possible. I think you need to load them on a flatbed. I don't think you can pull them. And I also don't think you can merge them in here. They just show up as purchased cars, so I don't see a way for you to merge them in here. There's 2 more hopper cars to be pulled, so better get to it. Also our passenger train, you can drive again if you want. Here's a gas station in range now. First expedition into the metro network. I hope this works. It would be nice if it does, because that would mean a lot of capacity can be moved underneath the town, workforce-wise. Why are we lacking gravel? The unloading station is assigned. Customs house, sell gravel, buy coal. Aggregate unloading, unload coal and gravel. So why is no one bringing gravel here? Are we just stuck on exporting gravel? Or do we not have enough trains? We only have 2 trains right now. Bringing coal to Roverduma, it looks like. So, we'll move you to the distribution office back. Don't know if I should get more hopper cars, but we have like enough for 2 trains now. Exporting might take too much time. I will pause the exports, I guess. I might have to do a dedicated export train that just runs exports. Once the fuel station in Padunin is set up, then I can make a dedicated export train for gravel, I guess. And not let our distribution offices do that. So we'll prevent the export of gravel from here on out. And hopefully they'll start delivering it to where it is needed. Wait, did you just do a delivery? Oh, you did. Okay, never mind. It's fine. But yeah, a dedicated train is probably better. It would occupy one of the loading slots for gravel, where we have 2, so it shouldn't become an issue. Wow, metro stations are fast to build. Let's limit the amount of workers outside of the construction office here. Otherwise we'll have all of the residents try to walk into that construction site. I guess they need footpaths to get here. I have forgotten about those. Haven't considered the footpaths, obviously. We can relocate all of that rail line to accommodate for some footpaths out here. is probably what we have to do. So we'll get rid of these rail connections for now. The tutorial explicitly mentioned footpaths probably maybe being an issue. We also can't really have any crossings under here, except if we have like a tunnel entrance. So maybe we can fit a pedestrian underpass right behind that building and use that as the entrance point to the area. If we can still fit the metro lines around there. Concept is sound, but I built it too close to the residential exit. Guess we'll build it here, blocking one of the windows. What about on that side? Can't see the grid. Alright, let's remove the rail tracks from that side as well. Let's see. So we can have... oh, it does actually allow the footpath to go through that building, but no, we'll consider placing it here. And see if we can fit the rail tracks around it. Having a few issues. That's doable. We have our exit. For this area. These buildings. And then this one. I still think that we might be able to get a pedestrian underpass here to split them up. Oh, I can build it inside. Okay. Probably not gonna do that. Am I going to bulldoze that house? Probably not. Okay, the metro station without its dedicated exit needs a little bit more forethought than I gave it. There's no way that I can fit the train track through that now. The building is completely in the way. Well, we can place the tunnel in advance. We could have it go through here if we wanted to. I guess we could make an entrance over on that side. We just need to be deep enough to where we can build the train track past it. The train tunnel. Success. Mostly. That's too long. Okay, so now we have an exit. Disgusting exit on both sides. That is not what I had. Nah, that doesn't feel right at all. That is such a stupid footpath. Oh. Come on. Dang it. I saw green there. For a very short moment there was a little bit of green. Oh, that is fine. Okay, so it slopes down underneath that electrical wire before sloping back up. That's a janky footpath tunnel, but it is better to look at from above than the other one before that, so that's the one we are going to keep. Well, we now have footpath exits on either side of that. Missing gravel. You're lying. Also fire. Sure, everything is fine. Construction trains don't really have a way to get to all the construction tasks here because the signals are in the way. They will be able to build the left side, but that one is too close to that signal. So we'll have to make a change here. Removing those signals for now. And then they should be able to build all of them. I don't know if the range is enough for auto assigning. Nope. Because it needs to turn around way far away from here. If I had a loop here it would work, but I guess we'll have to assign things manually. Okay, you know what? The passenger trains going to Pardonin should stop. You should go to the train depot instead of the end station. So you come back home. And we'll prepare for upgrading the wires in Pardonin to electric ones. Which will disrupt resource deliveries, but I don't want that to also disrupt passenger transportation, so we'll disrupt that ourselves before that. Yeah, metro line, if it works like that, wouldn't really be too difficult to hook up. I think we do have to electrify everything until here. I don't think we can merge that. Maybe we could electrify from Glivili Stock to our train depot and then merge it together there and transport it the last bit to that depot, but that's not that much of a difference, I guess. If we start electrifying this whole rail network, it would disrupt resource transportation for a while. Shouldn't be too long, but if we start it, we better make sure that we have enough electric components available. And right now we have none. You're now also delivering electronic components to here. And you keep that building at like 80%. We might have to import electronic components from a customs house for the time. Not sure how much one of these upgrades would actually cost. Let's do a check. Like, let's draw a rail line from here to here. And that autosave messed things up. Oh, I guess doesn't like that. It's also very stuttery. We need the electrified railway. For a kilometer it needs 5 tons of electronics. And the distance we want to cover is 2.5. So 15-20 tons of electronics should be fine. Oh, sorry, no. We need 40-50 tons of electronics because we need to electrify in both directions. We only really need to electrify in one direction, but might as well then also do the other way. I don't know. Or I'll just build a separate rail track. I use the last connection here and only electrify that one and build a rail line out of that along this whole rail network that is only for electrified trains. I think I'll do that. That will not disrupt our rail network, and I can hook it up directly into here. So we'll use electrified rail track. I will use concrete one first. Let's see. Enable snapping. Snapping here. Disable snapping. Get that lined up in here. That is only for purchased trains that need to go here. And that will hopefully not have any issues with any electrical wires on the way. Or any other stuff being in the way. And then we can just go along here and hook it up into the side of that rail track. That was the incorrect one. We need to hook it up on that rail track so it can go into the depot. So basically here. That should be better. Maybe not for being a bit more frugal with your resources, but we won't disrupt any of our existing rail infrastructure. We'll also drop a signal here, so it doesn't cause any problems. And then we'll assign our rail construction office to that task instantly. And I'll build the rail track from over there all the way down here. And also that one. And we have a dedicated line to run electrified train cars or trams or whatever to certain areas. Because those ones are slower than regular trains and they could cause traffic jams. I guess it makes sense to not... I still wonder if you could hook them up together. Like, maybe trains can run at faster speeds and the engines aren't capable of doing that. But then you could also argue that it might not be possible because they don't really have the capacity to ever run that fast. Maybe that's worth testing at some point. We are not short on money. Okay, you are assigned. I clicked the wrong ones, then you will be completing that. Looks like we can start electrifying this one. We'll electrify everything that doesn't interrupt anything else. This area, and do the section in between last. I guess it doesn't really matter because we paused passenger transportation and the resources are over here, so we could do everything at once, but I'll leave it because we already assigned the construction task over here, and it would get unassigned again if I were to mess around with the rail lines in between. Looks like these trains are interrupting each other. Looks like this area is coming along. You will only have mechanical and electronic components in large quantities, which are probably way too large. Especially with no real fire safety in this area. Closest fire station is over here. Travel time, I guess it's not that bad. We have fire trucks, we have helicopters, we have people working there. But you can't reach these storages. That's what the helicopters would be for, I guess. Gas station is set up, already has electricity. Can't assign more buildings. What can we unassign? That fire station. I should probably build a dedicated distribution office here for fuel. So we only have the gas station, and then we take from the gas station to the 3 buildings that are in this area. That would free up 3 buildings right there. I will do that. I'll get a distribution office set up for this location. Yeah, that will free up some buildings, and we can assign fuel delivery to here. Which I guess we could also put down a distribution office in this area, if we were being honest. I don't want any resource deliveries here yet, until we have the construction offices in place. I'm considering trying parking lots in this area, but I think it's too far away for anyone to drive there. Let's see, you parking lot, 1.2 kilometers until here. Rough measurement. That would be over 2.5. We're already at 1.4 plus another 1.2. So we're at 2.6. We're above the maximum range. So we would have the fire station over here, and then it could reach all of this. But then we would also need a heat exchanger, water and sewage, and that's all very, very annoying to place, I think. Rovodima steel. Bricks and boards. And prefab panels, and then everything is in this area as well. Yep, that was bound to happen. That's fine. Why is there a train of plastic here? We're exporting plastic, I guess. Sure, yeah, true. Are the passenger trains in the depot? They are. Okay. How's our road construction in Pardonin? All done. Tunnel has been built. So everything in Pardonin that is not a rail track has been constructed. There's no unemployment in any of these buildings, so everyone is finding things to do. I don't actually know where, but... Oh, I know where, because we still have the loop of the tram stop, so any unemployed person just gets shuffled around and doesn't actually count as unemployed. So we have a lot of workers in this area that could be doing other things. I still don't think that making our own electronics for export is actually a worthwhile endeavor. The amount of workers inside the gravel processing facilities is ridiculous. We are making a lot of gravel. So how about that export train? I guess we need the refueling station, and then I can make the export train exporting gravel to the western border, which would slowly start chipping away at our western loan. The refueling station is hooked up. Everything has been built. Just need to signal it. Remove these signals. And that's all refueling. Works in both ways. Exporting to the west does not work yet because we don't have a loop for that. We can only export to the east right now. Oh wow. No, that's not going to work. The trains are way too long for that. I will have to make some form of loop here. Or I can just exit... Oh, that's the wrong facility. I could just exit out that way. And go around this whole area and then hook up back into this rail line. That one definitely won't be able to hook up anywhere. I think our best bet is a loop. If you export by direct instructions, you can use waypoints and trains will reverse if necessary. Will they? I don't want to use a distribution office for it. I think a loop is probably going to be fine, unless it creates traffic issues again that we always experience. So close. Just have a generic exit loop here to turn around and have it available for both rail tracks. I'll try the loop. I'm a bit worried about turning around the train, because when we got the other train stuck, I just had to sell it because I didn't know about the waypoint stuff. So I'll try a loop instead for now, because that's what I know. And it will also keep the train at full speed and it doesn't have to stop in reverse. We'll place signals in there. Once it's done, it can only drive one direction anyway. There's the potential for one whole train to park on this loop, so other trains may go elsewhere. And yeah, it's only a loop for reversing towards the western border. It's not going to allow any travel in the opposite direction, which means that once they get there, they need another loop to turn around as well when they are coming back, basically. This is so disgusting. This is horrible. How's my dad going? Dad is doing fine. I did stop using buses again after it looked like it was doing okay. And the dad has been going a little bit more vicious since then. But it still seems like it's going to be okay. Oh my god, this is going to look very inappropriate. When it reaches the scheduled waypoint, it can flip without losing speed. I think I'll stick to... I stick to that other plan then. I guess we have to put in signals, otherwise this train is not going to go through. Sorry about the shape of this whole endeavor. This is not what I had in mind, honest. It is a hard, yeah. It's just a hard. Oh my god, it's... I mean, the concept of this is also wonky. Alright, so now you are stuck with a chain signal. Because this whole thing is one giant rail block. We'll see if that works. I don't like it. I did use the turnaround while reaching the end of a track that the rail construction office uses. by giving the rail construction office a quick way to turn around by basically driving in here and then going into town to build rail in that direction. That's what that little piece is here for. But they would also do it if there was a crossing on the track, and then they would halt on the next signal and try and reverse if it's possible. So let's maybe also consider putting in a signal here. Just for no reason. But I think it's probably a good idea to have a signal here. I have a hunch that that could be beneficial. So yeah, loan-wise, not going that well, but if we have to ever resort again to using buses, I mean I am planning a metro line underneath here that would deal with all of the problems of the oil refinery not getting enough workers, and then we don't need to use buses. I just need to finish it in time. And that's where our rail construction is currently a bit busy. But once the tram is set up, then I think we would not have problems anymore in regards to money. If we can transport all the workers from this area to the oil refinery, traffic issues would start going away again. Except for the people that have a car, they might still prefer driving here by car. But all of the people that are currently sitting on the platform and not finding any employment, they could take the metro. I mean, the metro is also kind of occupied already, so there are a few people waiting for it to become a thing. Yeah. The only thing I hope for is that rail construction goes through these buildings, otherwise I don't know how that would function anyway. They have to go through there. How else would it work? Assign those. We'll not assign that. That's all going to get built from up here in one way, I guess. So we don't use multiple rail construction vehicles. Yeah. Looks like almost all of that area is set up. Just waiting on workers here. They are assigned. Steel, brick sports and prefab panels. A gas station. And the construction offices that are currently coming online. Now that we have the train and the metro platform, we might not even need the bus platform anymore. But I guess it's still nice to have for it being further away from this area. This is only for industrial traffic, quote unquote. So we have it away from all of the lunatics that are driving personal cars into town. So yeah, I guess the plan right now is trying to set up a metro line, and then the oil refinery would receive even more workers than it did with the buses. Rail construction office should go through anything that's constructed in my experience, even maybe train depots. That's not my experience, no. That's not what I experienced, I think. I mean, we can do a quick test. Maybe that changed, but okay, that works. Then the other thing I would be interested in is that one. If that works, that will make things a lot easier. That one does not work. So it works through some buildings, but not all of them. Alright, just go home. Thank you for building that. We'll take it from here. So yeah, this one can't be built because it can't exit this area through the rail depot and then build it that way. This one will need direct access. They can drive in here and then reverse once we assign it. Oh, I just had a really large sneeze. Oh my god. Shopping center out of goods. Food, I guess. Food just got delivered, but that shouldn't really happen. Okay, we'll assign road construction here. And then assign the building. We will have electricity in this area, no problem. These construction offices are kind of obsolete. They're just standing. Oh man. In the future, these buildings might deteriorate just from existing. And at some point they might just collapse. And the question is, do you keep them in good shape so you can reuse them, or do you maintain them? Building maintenance, vehicle maintenance is all going to be... I hope it's gonna feel better than water did on release, because water was kind of confusing. But it was also very fun. I'm not going to redo the signals, so just going to send you home. Don't really have a crossing here where they can... Oh, I guess the issue is that that signal is in the way. Then they can drive out and back into the normal rail track. That should work. We only have 3 rail construction vehicles and we have 1 tunnel boring machine. And the tunnel boring machine is hopefully what they will use for building the metro lines. Almost done. And we need 1 more and then we can electrify all of this. But I think... oh, out of money. I think we're going to continue that next time. I think I might have to get the buses back. The amount of money we are spending on the metro network is quite excessive. And relocating that for more parking lots. I should have done that and seen if I could have increased the amount of people inside the oil refinery first. But no, I just went with like, we are going to do a metro station, a metro line. I guess I still have the ability to borrow money. I don't need the buses. Who needs buses? It's fine. We can borrow so much more money. There's no problem. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna go take a break now. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, we hopefully get a rail connection into the metro area. I don't know if I'm gonna stream again today. I might stream in a few hours. It's weekend. Why shouldn't I? We're gonna see if we can get the metro line hooked up into the tunnels and see if the rail construction vehicles can actually go through a metro end station. Because if they can't, then I have no idea how you're supposed to do all of that. There's no option for splitting rail track underground, as far as I'm aware. There's only the option to go in parallel, but no junctions. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I wish you all a good start to your weekend. Take care, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.